Most people spend their days reacting to life rather than directing it. They drift, hoping luck, timing, or someone else will deliver success, health, and wealth into their hands. But life doesn't reward drift, it rewards deliberate improvement. Each day you either get better, or you get left behind. Good evening, friends. This is a reminder, perhaps one you've heard before, but today I'd like you to listen to it. Success is not a mystery, nor is it an accident. It is the natural result of doing certain things, in a certain way every single day. You see, every man and woman alive today is in the process of becoming something. The question is, are you becoming better or worse? Stronger or weaker? Richer or poorer? Healthier or sicker? Life responds to improvement, and those who commit to improving daily will always find themselves ahead of those who wait for circumstances to change. Let's begin where all change begins, with the mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. You can't rise above the picture you hold of yourself. Begin each morning by feeding your mind with something positive, uplifting, and wise. Read a page that challenges you to think. Listen to words that remind you of your potential. Guard your mind as you would guard a treasure chest, because that's exactly what it is. Next, your attitude. The world doesn't owe you anything, but it will always reflect back what you project. A cheerful, courageous attitude attracts opportunity the way a magnet attracts metal. When challenges come, and they will, face them as stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Then, there are your habits. The great secret of success lies in the ordinary routines of extraordinary people. What you do every day matters far more than what you do occasionally. Build habits that serve your goals. Exercise, read, save, plan, and reflect. These simple habits will build an unshakable foundation. Of course, without health, none of this endures. Treat your body as the vehicle of your dreams. Rest well, eat simply, move daily. You can't buy new health once it's spent. Remember, your mind and body are partners in creation. Never forget to improve your knowledge. The person who stops learning starts dying. Learn something new each day, even if it's just one idea. Knowledge expands your vision and multiplies your opportunities. Time, your most precious asset, deserves your respect. Every minute wasted is a piece of your life burned away. Plan your day before it begins. Eliminate what doesn't matter. Give your full attention to what moves you forward. And then there's communication, the bridge between you and every goal you'll ever reach. Speak with clarity, listen with empathy, and write with purpose. The ability to express ideas is the power to inspire, to sell, to lead. Now let's talk about finances. Money is neither good nor bad. It's a mirror. It reflects your habits, your patience, and your discipline. Save first, spend later. Invest in yourself before you invest in anything else. Surround yourself with excellence. Your environment, the people, the voices, the atmosphere you allow shapes your behavior more than you realize. If you want to soar, spend time with eagles, not pigeons. And finally, your character. It is the bedrock of success. Be honest when it's hard. Be kind when it's easy not to be. Do what's right even when no one is watching. Because while skills and talent may open doors, it is integrity that keeps them open. Now, let me give you one simple truth that has guided every person who ever rose to greatness. The person who makes daily improvement a habit will achieve what others call impossible. Every day is an opportunity, a blank check you fill with your decisions. Improve your mind, strengthen your body, discipline your habits, guard your time, build your character. And soon you'll find that success, health, and wealth aren't destinations, they're the natural results of who you've become. Everything that exists in your life began as a thought. Every invention, every success, every failure, every dream achieved or lost was first conceived in the mind. The thoughts you hold most often form the foundation of who you are and what you experience. If your thoughts are focused on fear, limitation, and doubt, you will unconsciously build a life that mirrors those beliefs. But if your thoughts are filled with faith, vision, and determination, your life will expand to reflect that higher state of mind. The mind is not a passive observer. It is a creative instrument that molds reality according to the patterns you feed it. You cannot rise above your dominant thoughts. A person who constantly thinks of problems cannot see solutions. A person who believes they are unworthy will reject opportunities even when they appear. The secret, then, is to become aware of what occupies your mental space. Most people go through life never questioning their thinking. They repeat the same ideas, the same assumptions, the same fears, and wonder why life never changes. But once you realize that your mind is the workshop of your destiny, you begin to take control. You start replacing thoughts of failure with thoughts of progress. You begin to expect good things rather than wait for bad ones. And as your thoughts evolve, so does your life. A single thought can alter the entire course of your existence. The difference between a person who succeeds and one who fails often lies in how they think about themselves and the world. Success is not first achieved in the marketplace, it is first achieved in the mind. Every great leader, inventor, and visionary began by seeing what did not yet exist. They held that image so clearly, so persistently, that the world eventually had no choice but to conform to it. The same power resides within you. The challenge is learning to direct it. You must train your thoughts the way an athlete trains their body. Every day, feed your mind with ideas that strengthen and inspire. Read something that makes you think bigger. Listen to voices that encourage your best self. Guard your inner dialogue, for the words you silently speak to yourself become the blueprint for your actions. Negative thinking is like planting weeds in fertile soil. It doesn't take effort, but it destroys everything good that tries to grow. Positive thinking, on the other hand, requires discipline, but it produces beauty, strength, and abundance. It's not about ignoring reality, but choosing to see possibility where others see limitation. The mind is like a magnet. It attracts what it believes. If you constantly dwell on scarcity, you'll find lack everywhere. If you think in terms of opportunity, you'll notice doors where others see walls. The direction of your life follows the direction of your thoughts. Change your thinking, and everything else will begin to align with the new image you hold inside. Attitude is the lens through which you view life. It colors every experience, shapes every decision, and influences every outcome. Two people can face the same event. One sees defeat, the other sees a lesson. One complains, the other grows. The difference between them is not intelligence, luck, or circumstance, it's attitude. Your attitude determines how you interpret reality, and therefore how you respond to it. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you choose to see it. That single choice defines the quality of your life. A person with a positive, determined attitude sees opportunity hidden in adversity, while a negative thinker finds reasons to quit even when the path is clear. Attitude is not just a feeling, it's a decision. A decision to look for the best, to act with courage, and to keep faith in yourself and in life no matter what comes your way. Every great success story has a common thread: an unwavering attitude of belief and resilience. When everything seems to go wrong, attitude keeps you moving. It gives you the strength to rise after failure, to smile in the face of doubt, and to continue when others stop. It is the invisible force that attracts possibility and pushes away defeat. People with a winning attitude do not deny their challenges. They simply refuse to let those challenges define them. They understand that life is 10% what happens and 90% how they respond. They wake up each morning with gratitude rather than resentment, with hope rather than worry, with determination rather than fear. Such a mindset transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. Your attitude influences more than your own results. It affects everyone around you. It sets the tone for your environment. A cheerful and confident attitude lifts others, while a cynical one drains energy from the room. The way you carry yourself, the tone in your voice, the expression on your face, all reveal your inner outlook. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate optimism, courage, and calmness. These qualities create trust, attract opportunities, and open doors that talent alone cannot. A person with a great attitude can turn a simple task into an act of excellence, while a person with a poor attitude can make even the best situation miserable. Developing a strong attitude requires awareness and discipline. You must learn to catch yourself when you slip into negativity and consciously redirect your focus. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Instead of saying, "I can't," say, "How can I?" Small shifts in language reshape your mindset, and over time, your new attitude becomes second nature. Gratitude strengthens it, optimism fuels it, and perseverance proves it. When life tests you, and it will, your attitude will be your greatest weapon or your heaviest burden. The choice is always yours, for your attitude is the architect of your destiny. Habits are the invisible architects of your life. They are the quiet, repeated actions that shape your destiny without fanfare or announcement. Every choice you make, no matter how small, adds a brick to the foundation of your future. The person you are today is a reflection of the habits you built yesterday, and the person you will become depends on the habits you build today. Success is never a single event. It is the cumulative result of disciplined actions performed consistently over time. Failure, too, is rarely sudden. It is the slow erosion caused by neglecting small responsibilities. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who do not lies not in talent or luck, but in daily routine. What you do consistently matters infinitely more than what you do occasionally. Every habit begins with a single decision, repeated until it becomes automatic. At first, habits feel small, even insignificant, but over time they compound. A few minutes of reading each morning can transform into wisdom and insight. A daily walk can build strength and health. A moment of gratitude can grow into peace of mind. Likewise, small negative habits, skipping one task, delaying one goal, ignoring one promise, can quietly lead to chaos and regret. Your habits either serve your growth or sabotage it. There is no neutral ground. That is why awareness is vital. You must examine your patterns honestly and decide which habits deserve to stay and which must be replaced. The beauty of habits is that they work quietly. They don't demand recognition, yet they produce undeniable results. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a week and underestimate what they can achieve in a year of consistent effort. A few disciplined actions repeated daily will outperform bursts of intensity followed by inaction. Greatness is built not in moments of inspiration, but in hours of routine. Habits turn ambition into achievement, dreams into results, and intention into identity. You become what you repeatedly do, and repetition creates character. To build empowering habits, start small. Choose one meaningful action and perform it daily, no matter how minor it seems. Let consistency become your superpower. The human brain loves patterns, it rewards repetition. The more you practice a habit, the less effort it requires. Soon it becomes part of who you are. Surround yourself with reminders of your goals, remove distractions, and reward yourself for progress. One positive habit often sparks another. Exercise leads to better eating, reading leads to better thinking, gratitude leads to greater patience. Over time, these small threads weave together into a life of strength, clarity, and abundance. Habits are destiny in disguise. If you want to change your life, change your habits. Every sunrise offers a new chance to begin again, to align your actions with your aspirations, to prove through discipline what you once only imagined in dreams. Health is the foundation upon which every form of success is built. Without it, wealth loses its meaning, ambition loses its fire, and dreams lose their energy. You can have all the talent, intelligence, and opportunity in the world, but if your body and mind are weak, your potential will always remain limited. True achievement begins with vitality, the steady, balanced energy that allows you to think clearly, act decisively, and endure life's challenges with strength and grace. Health is not merely the absence of disease, it is the presence of harmony between body, mind, and spirit. When your health is strong, you approach each day with confidence and clarity. When it declines, even simple tasks can feel like heavy burdens. Every decision you make regarding your body carries consequences, and small choices compound over time. The food you eat, the hours you sleep, the way you move, the stress you tolerate, all silently shape your future. Most people neglect their health until it demands attention, but wise individuals care for it before trouble arises. Prevention is the highest form of self-respect. Each balanced meal, each walk taken, each deep breath drawn in peace adds to your reserves of strength. Energy is life's currency, and the way you treat your body determines how much of it you have to spend on your dreams. Your body is a remarkable instrument. It regenerates, adapts, and responds to how you treat it. Feed it with real, nourishing foods rather than processed comfort. Move it daily, not out of punishment but out of gratitude for what it can do. Rest it deeply, for growth happens in recovery. Modern life often glorifies exhaustion as a sign of success, but burning yourself out is not achievement. It is self-sabotage disguised as dedication. Health gives you the endurance to pursue your purpose for decades, not just years. It grants you focus in your work, patience in your relationships, and resilience in times of stress. Mental health is equally vital, for the mind and body are inseparable partners. Constant worry, negativity, and anger exhaust the body just as surely as physical strain. Guard your mental environment with the same care as your physical one. Spend time in silence, in nature, or in reflection. Disconnect from chaos and reconnect with peace. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, not those who drain your spirit. A calm mind leads to a strong body, and a strong body sustains a calm mind. The pursuit of success should never come at the cost of your health, for without health, success becomes hollow. Make wellness your daily discipline, not your occasional goal. Drink more water. Rest when you're weary, stretch when you're stiff. Breathe deeply when life feels heavy. Your body is the vessel that carries your dreams into reality. When it thrives, every other area of life follows. Guard it, nurture it, and honor it, for it is the first and most valuable form of wealth you will ever possess. Knowledge is the fuel that drives progress, the invisible force that transforms potential into power. Every advancement in human history began with someone's desire to understand more, to see beyond what was already known. The moment you stop learning, you begin to decline, because the world never stops changing. Knowledge is not static, it's alive, expanding and evolving every day. To grow, you must stay curious, open and willing to learn from every experience. Success does not belong to those who know the most, but to those who never stop seeking to know more. The difference between mediocrity and mastery often lies in the consistent pursuit of understanding. Learning keeps the mind sharp, adaptable, and creative. It builds confidence by replacing uncertainty with clarity. A knowledgeable person is never truly lost because they know how to think, how to analyze, how to adapt. In an age where information is abundant, wisdom becomes the ability to separate truth from noise. That skill comes only from disciplined learning, from questioning rather than accepting, from applying rather than memorizing. Knowledge must be used, not just collected. What you learn today must be practiced tomorrow if it is to shape your destiny. Reading one good book can change the way you see the world, but applying one powerful idea can change the way you live in it. Every field, every profession, every passion rewards the curious. Those who commit to learning continually rise because they are always becoming more valuable. The economy rewards growth, the world respects competence, life itself favors those who expand. Knowledge opens doors that talent alone cannot. It allows you to see patterns, predict outcomes, and make better decisions. When you understand more, you fear less, because ignorance breeds anxiety while knowledge breeds confidence. Continuous learning builds resilience, for you begin to see every challenge as an opportunity to expand rather than a reason to retreat. The pursuit of knowledge is not limited to formal education. It lives in observation, in reflection, in conversation. Every person you meet knows something you do not. Every experience holds a lesson if you're willing to see it. Read widely, listen deeply, ask questions, and stay humble enough to learn from anyone. Great thinkers are not those who claim to know everything, but those who know they never will. They approach each day as students, open to the world's infinite lessons. To stop learning is to stop living fully. When the mind becomes stagnant, the spirit follows. But when you continue to feed your intellect, you renew your purpose and deepen your understanding of life itself. Knowledge empowers you to build, to create, to lead, and to serve. It shapes your beliefs, your behavior, and your legacy. The person who learns something new every day never truly stands still. For every insight, every discovery, every lesson learned becomes another step toward a richer, wiser, and more meaningful life. Time is the most valuable currency you will ever possess, for it cannot be earned back once spent. Unlike money, which can be regained, time flows in one direction, forward. Every moment that passes is a piece of your life exchanged for something. The question is, what are you trading it for? The wise understand that time is wealth, and they treat it with the same care and precision that others reserve for gold. How you manage your hours determines the shape of your future, because your life is nothing more than the sum of how you use your time. Those who learn to master it rise, those who waste it drift. The difference between a life of success and one of regret often lies not in intelligence or talent, but in how each day is managed. Every person receives the same 24 hours, yet some create empires while others achieve little. The secret is not in having more time, but in using the time you have with intention. Time management begins with clarity. You must know what matters most to you, or you will spend your days reacting to what matters to everyone else. Without priorities, life becomes a constant state of distraction, filled with activity but empty of progress. When you plan your time, you take command of your destiny. When you fail to plan, you surrender it to chance. A clear schedule is not a cage, it is freedom. It frees you from chaos, from procrastination, and from the illusion that there will always be more time later. Small, deliberate use of time compounds into greatness. A single focused hour of deep work each day produces more results than 10 hours of scattered effort. Time multiplies when used with discipline. Learn to eliminate the trivial, delegate the unnecessary, and dedicate your energy to what truly moves you forward. Guard your mornings with care, for the first hours of the day often determine the tone of the rest. Do not give them away to distraction or idleness. The greatest achievers in history shared one trait. They understood the value of each hour and refused to waste it on what did not matter. Time management is not about filling your schedule. It is about designing your life. It means balancing work and rest, ambition and reflection, doing and being. Rest is not wasted time, it is recovery that sharpens your focus and renews your strength. The mind cannot perform at its best when exhausted, and creativity cannot bloom in constant business. Learn to pause, to reflect, to realign. Use technology wisely, but never let it consume the moments that make life meaningful. Every hour spent in alignment with your values is an investment in your future self. Time, once gone, never returns. But when used wisely, it leaves behind results, memories, and growth. Each sunrise brings a new deposit into your life's account. Spend it wisely, for the way you use your time writes the story of who you become. Communication is the bridge that connects thought to understanding, intention to action, and individuals to one another. It is the foundation upon which influence, trust, and leadership are built. The ability to express yourself clearly and sincerely determines how well you can inspire, persuade, and connect. Words are powerful tools. They can heal or harm, unite or divide, build or destroy. To communicate effectively is not merely to speak. It is to convey truth with clarity and heart. The world listens not just to what you say, but to how you say it and whether it rings with authenticity. Sincerity is the soul of communication, for people instinctively sense when words come from the heart or from mere habit. When your words align with your values and your tone carries honesty, you create connection that transcends language. True communication begins with listening. To listen fully is to respect another's perspective, to understand before responding, and to value connection over control. Many people hear, but few truly listen. They wait to reply instead of seeking to understand. Yet the best communicators are often the best listeners. They observe, they empathize, they notice what is said and what is left unsaid. Listening builds bridges that speaking alone cannot. It allows you to respond with wisdom rather than impulse. In a world filled with noise, genuine attention is rare and powerful. Clarity in communication comes from clarity of thought. You must first understand what you believe before you can express it effectively. Confusion in the mind leads to confusion in speech. Simplicity is strength. The great communicators throughout history, whether in leadership, art, or philosophy, shared one gift. They made complex ideas simple without losing their depth. They spoke directly without pretension or unnecessary flourish, and their words moved people because they were easy to grasp and impossible to ignore. Clarity demands honesty, and honesty demands courage. Say what you mean what you say, and do so with respect. Sincerity is the heartbeat of influence. It cannot be faked for long because the human spirit recognizes truth instinctively. When you speak with genuine care for others, people feel it. Your message becomes more than information. It becomes inspiration. Sincere communication does not seek to impress, it seeks to connect. It does not aim to dominate. It aims to elevate. Whether you are leading a team, building a relationship, or sharing an idea, sincerity turns speech into influence and influence into impact. To master communication is to master relationships, and relationships are the essence of success. Every opportunity, every collaboration, every breakthrough depends on your ability to express and connect. Speak with purpose, listen with empathy, and let every word carry integrity. Your communication reflects your inner world. When it is grounded in clarity and sincerity, it becomes a force for good. Influence is not born from volume or eloquence, but from truth delivered with conviction and compassion. The clearer and truer your words, the greater their power to move the hearts and minds of others. Money is a powerful servant, but a dangerous master. It is neither good nor evil. It simply reflects the character and discipline of the one who controls it. To master money is to understand its purpose, its flow, and its influence over your life. Those who fail to take control of their finances often find themselves controlled by them. Financial freedom is not achieved through luck or sudden fortune. It is the result of consistent awareness, wise decisions, and patience over time. Every dollar you earn represents energy exchanged for effort, and how you direct that energy determines your future stability. When you learn to manage money with clarity and intention, it becomes a tool for growth, security, and contribution rather than a source of stress and limitation. The first principle of mastery is respect. Money must be respected, not worshipped. Treat it as a resource to be cultivated and multiplied, not as a symbol of self-worth. Those who chase money blindly often lose themselves in the pursuit, while those who understand it use it to create freedom and peace of mind. Financial discipline begins with awareness, knowing where your money comes from, where it goes, and why. A budget is not a restriction but a map that guides your choices toward your goals. Without one, you wander through financial uncertainty, reacting instead of planning. The person who plans their finances directs their destiny, while the one who ignores them drifts into dependence. Saving is the foundation of financial strength. It represents foresight, the wisdom to prepare for what is yet unseen. Even small, consistent savings compound into security over time. The habit of saving builds confidence, because it reminds you that you are in control. From saving comes investing, the art of making your money work for you. Investing wisely requires education and patience. It is not gambling or guessing, it is the strategic allocation of resources toward assets that grow in value. When you understand how money grows, you stop trading your time endlessly for it. You begin to create systems where your money earns more while you focus on higher goals. Debt, when managed wisely, can be a tool. When ignored, it becomes a chain. Avoid borrowing for consumption and use credit only for creation. The goal is not to appear rich but to become financially independent. Live below your means, not below your potential. Wealth is built in silence through consistency and self-control, not through impulsive spending or comparison. True prosperity is not how much you make, it's how much you keep grow and use purposefully. Mastering money requires mastering yourself. Greed, fear, and impatience are the enemies of financial peace. The disciplined person uses money to serve their vision, while the undisciplined person serves money without realizing it. When you control your finances, you buy more than possessions, you buy time, freedom, and choices. Money, when mastered, becomes a mirror of wisdom and a multiplier of opportunity. When neglected, it becomes a source of bondage. Choose mastery and let money become the quiet servant that helps you build a life of security, purpose, and freedom. Your environment shapes you more deeply than you often realize. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you engage in, the places you spend time in, and the energy that fills your surroundings all influence the direction of your life. You cannot plant a seed in poor soil and expect it to flourish, and the same is true for human growth. No matter how strong your will, if you remain in an environment that discourages ambition, mocks discipline, or celebrates mediocrity, your progress will be slow and your vision will shrink. You rise or fall with the company you keep because the environment you choose acts as a mirror. It reflects and reinforces your standards, beliefs, and behavior. Every person carries an atmosphere around them. Some people radiate positivity, courage, and purpose. Others emit doubt, gossip, and complaint. Spend enough time with either group, and you'll begin to absorb their energy. The human mind is incredibly adaptable. It conforms to the expectations and habits of those nearby. If you surround yourself with people who dream bigger, work harder, and live with integrity, you'll be challenged to elevate your own standards. But if you surround yourself with those who settle for less, you'll unconsciously begin to do the same. The path to success, health, and wealth is not only a journey of personal growth, but also a process of environmental design. Your surroundings are not limited to people. They include your space, your routines, and the information you consume. Cluttered spaces create cluttered thoughts. Noisy, chaotic settings drain focus and clarity. The books you read, the media you watch, the conversations you entertain, all plant seeds in your mind that eventually bear fruit. Choose carefully what you allow into your mental garden. Fill your environment with reminders of your goals, with beauty, order, and inspiration. Your space should reflect your direction, not your distractions. A disciplined environment makes discipline easier. Sometimes growth requires distance. There will be moments when you must walk away from certain relationships or habits that no longer serve your purpose. This is not arrogance, it is self-respect. You cannot climb while carrying the weight of negativity. Choose mentors and companions who push you to improve, who speak truth when it's hard to hear, and who remind you of your potential when you forget it. Seek out communities where excellence is normal, not exceptional. The people around you should bring out your best, not your worst. Your environment will either expand or shrink your world. If you stay in places that make you feel small, your dreams will shrink to fit them. But if you place yourself among those who think boldly and act decisively, your own vision will grow to match theirs. Success rarely happens in isolation. It grows in the fertile soil of supportive, inspiring surroundings. To change your life, change your environment, and your environment will, in turn, change you. Character is the unseen force that determines the course of your life. It is not built in moments of comfort, but forged in times of testing. When all else fades, wealth, position, recognition, it is character that remains. Integrity, honesty, and courage form the foundation of true success, for without them even the greatest accomplishments crumble under the weight of deceit and inconsistency. Integrity is the currency of lasting success, the quiet strength that builds trust, respect, and influence over time. People may be drawn to brilliance or charm for a while, but they stay loyal to those whose word they can trust. Character is not what you say you believe, it is what you live when no one is watching. Every choice, no matter how small, either strengthens or weakens your character. It is built through daily decisions. Telling the truth when it's easier to lie, keeping promises even when it's inconvenient, standing firm when others waver. Character grows through consistency, not convenience. In a world that often rewards shortcuts and appearances, integrity demands patience. It may not bring immediate rewards, but it builds a foundation that time cannot shake. Those who chase success without character may rise quickly, but they also fall just as fast. Those who build their lives on principle, however, rise steadily and stay there with peace of mind. Your reputation is what others think of you, but your character is who you truly are. Reputation can be manipulated, character cannot. It is revealed under pressure. in how you treat others when you gain nothing in return, in how you respond when you could easily take advantage. True character requires self-discipline, the ability to do what's right even when emotions or circumstances tempt you otherwise. When you act with integrity, you become reliable not only to others but to yourself. You begin to trust your own judgment, your own strength, your own path. That trust becomes the foundation of confidence and leadership. Integrity is not about perfection, it's about authenticity. It means acknowledging mistakes, taking responsibility, and striving to do better. People with strong character don't hide behind excuses or blame. They face reality with honesty and humility. Their strength lies not in never falling, but in rising every time they do. Character creates stability. It gives direction when the world is uncertain and courage when the crowd chooses comfort. It demands sacrifice but grants peace. The most powerful leaders, thinkers, and creators throughout history shared one common trait. They lived by principle. Their success endured because it was anchored in values, not vanity. Character turns ambition into service, power into purpose, and success into legacy. Without it, nothing truly great can last. Build your character with the same devotion you give to your goals. Protect your integrity as you would your greatest treasure, for once lost, it is hard to regain. The person of character may not always be the loudest or the fastest, but they are always the ones still standing when the storms have passed. Success, health, and wealth are not the results of luck or circumstance. They are the harvest of daily cultivation. Every day offers a chance to grow in thought, attitude, habit, health, knowledge, time, communication, finances, environment, and character. Each of these 10 areas forms a pillar that supports the life you are building. Neglect one, and the structure weakens. Strengthen them all, and your foundation becomes unshakable. True success is not found in a single moment of triumph, but in the quiet rhythm of consistent self-improvement. The person who commits to getting just a little better each day eventually creates a life of extraordinary quality. The mind sharpens, the body strengthens, opportunities expand, and peace of mind deepens. You don't need to chase greatness, you need only to practice it in small, deliberate ways. Master yourself, and you master your destiny. The future belongs to those who take responsibility for who they are becoming, for those who live each day as a chance to refine, to rise, and to lead themselves toward the best they can be. Tonight, before you sleep, write down one thing you'll improve tomorrow, just one. Then do it, no matter how small. Tomorrow, add another. In a month, you'll be a different person. In a year, unrecognizable. Remember, success doesn't happen someday. It happens every day in the quiet moments of deliberate improvement. Go forward, my friend. Begin now. Your future is waiting for the person you are becoming.